To throw on second down is Smith. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Smith finding his big tight end read for a Redskins first. Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. They'll hand it down to Geis. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
15, yeah.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And it's 3-0 as the Redskins strike first. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 23. To throw is Breeze. Incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. Alvin Kamara really settling into the league in his 2nd season. And, of course, he came out of Tennessee, but not a lot of people remember he started at Alabama.
He did and got caught in that big mix of running backs at Bama. And they like those bigger, thicker runners, those guys who can break down defenses through the middle. Alvin Kamara ended up leaving Alabama, going to a junior college for a while. I believe he went to Hutchinson Junior College before matriculating at Tennessee and finding his way to the NFL, where he is now a star.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Now it's Crowder. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about
that.
Super toe.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Geis receives the pitch. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. This is Geis. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Breeze gives it up to Ingram. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off.
Got it.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game,
Here we go.
got to make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Hey, easy. Hey. 4 down.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
And, partner, when you run the ball on 3rd and 2, you're telling the whole world you've got nothing but confidence in your offensive line and your runner, and you expect to get it. But they were stuffed on that play, only got 1 yard. Great job by the defensive front, the linebackers, everyone got involved to force a 4th down.
They'll go for it. It's Breeze. He's going to find Hill here. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Able to convert on 4th to bring up 1st and goal. That's a big 3 yards right there.
Here we go.
Breeze now to throw. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Josh Hill, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He's got his man on the crossing route. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Give him 30 yards there. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Play action. It's Smith. He'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a run with Geis. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A minute 59 to go in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. Here's Smith now on 2nd down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of, and he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. In for the score, and the Redskins are able to strike for 6. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Got it!
On 1st down, Breeze. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there.
Always laugh when I see guys like Deron Payne play because their ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage, to find weak spots in the offensive front and get upfield and make plays. That's what they call playing the piano in the NFL. Those guys who can move it and then get to the quarterback.
Got it!
Breeze to throw on 2nd down. Caught on the left side by Ginn. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And give him a gain of 37.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and now it's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Good set.
Breeze hands to Ingram. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. They only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Got it. Hey, two. Waiting, what's that?
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Ready. Waiting. Got it.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Smith. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Redskins who have the lead here. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
On the ground, it's Geis. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Smith going for the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. And he will be marked down inside of New Orleans' 10. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. 63 yards. Geis, they'll try to run it. Showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way. I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Smith now to throw. Steps away to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them.
Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. On 1st and 10, Smith. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Tyler Davison with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Smith to throw on 2nd down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Richardson. And he'll go down at the 28. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. 3rd and long, it's Smith. Jordan Reed has it. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
Now a give running left is Geis. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. Hopkins with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
and I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Yeah, once more, strong running. Excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive going right here.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Breeze to throw for it on 4th. Looking long for Thomas. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Redskins' defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And now running right through it. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. To throw on 2nd down. Smith over the middle, complete. That's Richardson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for a Redskin 1st down. Richardson on the reception from Smith.
Double.
On 1st down, it's Smith. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Redskins with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now Smith. And he's going to go down again.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Out of the gun, Smith. And Reed with it over the middle. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. And look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
Smith now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Richardson. A gain of 6 there on first.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. Back to the ground game now with Geis, and he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11, sets them up first and goal.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now it's Smith. Forced out to his left. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. Here's Smith. He'll check it down to Geis. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to third and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now Smith on third and goal. Being chased, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will swell the lead to 16. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the fourth.
Without a doubt. Obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Fighting him off. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over, A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Saints on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Shotgun now for Breeze. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Troy Apke. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
On 1st down, Smith. And it's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11, sets them up 1st and goal. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now Smith. Dumps it off for Geis. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense can use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
Now Smith gonna throw on 3rd and goal. Buying time to his left. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. On 4th down, Smith. And he's taken down here by the Saints. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Saints able to come up with a goal line stand. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Again, it's Kamara. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. Give the tackle there to Josh Norman.
Now, that's not a call you see every day. A tossed play inside their own 10-yard line. Takes a little bit of brass right there, and they were able to get a little bit of yardage.
The Saints on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Breeze. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. Breeze now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Check.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
Get set, get set.
On second down, Kamara. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for Washington, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll return home next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Saints, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
I let my birds come in. Sounds like I got seats in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, from the back of the. I got a girl, Brad. She go to battle. Melody low to the tag. I go in back of the. They all from that. They all the good. I go to bed on bed. I got the beam in the flat. I got the in the back. Haters, they talk the chat. They step on the rock, don't man.